Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today the Las Vegas Raiders have signed tight end Jacob Hollister just after yesterday releasing O.J. Howard, veteran tight end. They pick up Jacob Hollister, who played 3 games last season for the Las Vegas Raiders, also played 2 for the Vikings, played 5 games last year in 2022, and literally did nothing. Had no stats, no targets, no receptions, no yards, no nothing, no rushing yards, nothing. But still has had some solid years in the past. It was great in Seattle. Had 2 really good years in Seattle in 2019 and 2020. But I mean, besides playing in Seattle, those are really his only good years in the NFL. 2021 played in 7 games with 2 starts with Jacksonville, and was targeted 14 times with 9 receptions and 55 receiving yards with 1 receiving touchdown. So I had 55 yards and 1 touchdown in 9 receptions in 2021. But if you go back to his 2 years in Seattle in 2019 and 2020, was where he was at before he left Seattle to go to Jacksonville, played in 16 games and 5 starts in 2020 with Seattle, had 40 targets and 25 receptions for 210 receiving yards and 3 receiving touchdowns. 2019 with the Seattle Seahawks, played in 11 games with 3 starts, with 3 starts and 59 targets, 41 receptions, 350 receiving yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns. So those were his 2 stats. Those were his 2, yards and stats in Seattle when he was in Seattle. If you look at his other years in the NFL, 2022 with, playing 5 games with the Raiders and the Vikings, not doing anything. 2021 only having almost 60 receiving yards with the Jacksonville Jaguars in 6 games, and then his first 2 years in New England wasn't that great. He only had 94 receiving yards in his first 2 years with 0 touchdowns in New England. But once he got to Seattle, he was way better. And maybe he needs to go back to Seattle then. I'm just kidding. I had some great years in Seattle in 2019, 2020. And maybe he can get back to, what he was doing in Seattle before he left for Jacksonville. Maybe he can do that now that he's back in Las Vegas after, re-signing with them after playing 3 games with them last season. Here's my thoughts on the signing for the Las Vegas Raiders. That's it for the video. If you guys enjoy them, our thoughts, and peace out.